terms of that economy has not stopped. Okay, people looking for solutions, people creating solutions right now, and it will only grow, right? Can you please comment on what you think is gonna ahead of us in the way of digitalization of business, in the way of new kind of economy growth spots?
Well, I think we're seeing it already. I think the rise of Zoom now, and a lot of classrooms moving to being online, we're starting to see anything that needed people that gathered in a space will be changed.
Telemedicine is huge already.
Telemedicine.
Yep.
Right now, for instance, a lot of people who have children don't want to walk into pediatric clinics because they believe that's where sick people are. And of course it is. It's a chance to, again, a risk of catching the disease. So now they're all in the parking lots and having drive-through pediatric visits, which tells us that telemedicine now will probably come to the forefront with the FDA and the CMS, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, starting to approve reimbursements. Also, I would expect a lot of testing now that, that anything that can be accurate, with your iPhone or any other kind of digital device, you can test. I think that will be coming much more to the forefront. So again, that will bring with it the same issues of models. All of those are based on models. All of that will be based on how accurate and precise are the models. Also, this whole issue then will drive algorithmic transparency. For us to have trust in those models, we're going to have to know what they're saying and how they're being built. I mean, for instance, are we going to trust a model that was built in China versus a model built in the US? I mean, we may have different values of how that model or the rules in that model represent the outcome we're looking for. So this will be a huge growth in the area of digitization and all those other parts that go with it, from accuracy to oversight, to overall transparency, everything we need to do to embrace that into the new environment. So the world we came from 2 months ago isn't going to be the world we're going to be in the next 3 to 6 months.
What I'm hearing you say, Ed, is this is going to supercharge the digital transformation.
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, we now, it's no longer something you might want to do. It's something you're going to need to do to be able to move forward with your business.
No longer optional. And speaking of jobs, actually, even in the area that you mentioned, and there's so many others that you have not mentioned, right? In all these areas, this growth, these investments, okay, Zoom is giving me this warning. So the growth, these investments, okay, it's gonna flourish, and we would need tons of people with the skills to able to drive this new economy. So I think this is a great, great driver for education in certain areas. Great way to transform a lot of educational institutions to start preparing those people, okay? And colleges, universities, community colleges will rethink, I'm sure they will rethink and target this kind of need and demand in the marketplace. Absolutely. Don't you think?
In every disaster are the seeds of opportunity.
Absolutely, and absolutely. These ones are clear, yep.
Ancient wisdom, Chinese wisdom, that's very true here. Every one of these has the chance to birth something new. And that's the bright side that we can look at when we finally get through this, is what are those new opportunities and how do we take advantage of them? I mean, if any country can do that, it's the United States.
It's this country, for sure, yep.
This country, we have the free market, we have the ability and the tenacity to get ourselves up from any knockdown situation, as we've done with Pearl Harbor, as we did with 9/11. We have the resiliency in our people to pick up and make this happen. And a lot of people criticize the millennials, but I'll tell you right now, this can become their finest hour.
Yeah, I think it's going to require a new set of skills and capabilities that is going to rewrite, a lot of things. And that may cause problems for older generations. I mean, I have a 95-year-old mother. I don't think she's going to be able to thrive in this new kind of economy. But I think you're right. The millennials are used to this kind of economy. They're used to socializing electronically. It's no big deal for them, and they don't mind. I mean, we have a daughter that she has a very responsible job. She doesn't shop anywhere. I mean, everything's delivered to her house, food, everything. And in fact, some of it's pre-made, some of it's not. So they've learned how to optimize their time. I think we can learn from them.
Absolutely. I think, again, this is their time. And they're the ones at the right time in our country to lead us and help us drive into the new situation that we're going to face.